Welcome to Everyday Happiness, where we create lasting happiness in 2 minutes a day through my signature method of intentional margins, creating harmony between your to-dos and your priorities, happiness science, and musings about life. I'm your host, Katie Jeffcoat, and I was listening to a talk by child psychologist and author Lisa Damour about raising kids, especially girls, and she talked about an analogy that she had heard that seems so practical and effective for kids. I think it works for adults too, and I want you to have this analogy. But before I get into that, please consider subscribing and writing a review for Everyday Happiness on Apple Podcasts or Amazon Flash Briefing so that we can spread happiness to others. Apparently, until you get 50 reviews, it's really hard to get noticed in this busy world. So we'd be so grateful for you if you'd be one of the first 50. You'd really be helping us out, and there's a link to the how to do it in the show notes. So back to the glitter jar. Imagine you fill a jar with water and glitter. There's 3 colors of glitter. They represent thoughts, feelings, and behaviors. The jar represents your brain. The jar's like our mind, and each color of glitter represents something different in our mind. When the jar sits on the table, all the glitter falls to the bottom, and the mind is calm. When we wake up, when we go to work, when we do all the things, our mind starts to swirl and the glitter starts to wake up too. We don't want the thoughts and the feelings to go away or push them down to the bottom like in our body. We just want to be able to see clearly. And when the jar is all shook up, emotions are high and we can't see clearly and we really can't think clearly. For adults, we also need time to calm down. I call this, I need to gather my thoughts. And I say this to my kids all the time. I need to have a moment to let the glitter settle so that I can see and think clearly. In kids, because their prefrontal cortex is not fully developed, they literally don't think like we do and really need time to calm themselves down because the neurons in their underdeveloped brain are like glitter and they're firing on all cylinders and not in the way that grown-ups process. They're just not developmentally ready. So the next time you feel out of sorts, take a moment and think of the glitter jar and let those emotions and thoughts just settle a bit. And you can Google mind in a jar glitter and get tons of how-tos on how to make your own jar and scripts to explain this to your child. So I hope this was helpful. Until next time.